Hello, 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 hello,
Hello,
hello. Are we live?
we are live.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. Getting that medical degree. Today's topic is an MCAT topic.
Yeah, so what's our current study plan?
What is your current study plan, Zach?
Well, Mitchell's gonna be starting soon too, so he'll be talking about
Starting
his.
tomorrow.
So what resources am I using? I'm using the Kaplan books, UWorld, which is a question bank, Khan Academy, and Miles Down. There's a lot more resources you could be using. You could use exam crackers, you could be using Princeton Review, Beckley, I think. I don't know. There's a lot. Everyone wants their money, so a lot of
One of my
resources you can
friends
use.
is using exam crackers and she is hating the fact that there's so many mistakes in the book or in the I don't know, I think she paid for um like a 6 month course or whatever, and she was like telling me that there are tons of grammar mistakes and other mistakes.
Oh yeah, every
So
company has like a errata thing on their website which shows like the correct like the mistakes they made and like what it should say. A lot of companies do have that, but paying for a course is never a good idea because if you pay like a different company, there's gonna be a lot of work and it's gonna be almost not doable to do it. So, anyways, Kaplan Books, World, Khan Academy, and Miles Down is what I'm using. So, how am I using the Kaplan Books? Again, reading's probably the worst way to learn, which is why I'm not really reading that much. I'm basically looking over the Miles Down quick sheets to get a general idea what the chapter's about. Because the Miles Down quick sheets basically have, so far, like the books that chapters I went through have every single thing in it that I would write down myself, minus maybe a couple of details. So, and then I read over the objectives. So the Kaplan book gives you objectives in the B in the section, and I see if I can answer them. If I can, cool. I'll still skim the chapter real quick, see if there's anything I think is important. So jot down on a different note sheet and then add to like an Anki card later on. But after that, then I skip to the questions in the chapter. Can I answer these? Cool. I'll go to the next chapter. If not, well, read that section I missed. And then most of the time, my time spent on the end chapter summaries. Because Kaplan has a really good end chapter summary of every chapter, which tells you basically everything you need to know. And it's like a couple pages versus like the entire 40, 50 page chapter. And if something I feel like is important is not on like the Miles Down guide, I'll make an Anki card on it, write it down, then I'll go through it at the end of the day, like make Anki cards and everything. So, are you gonna do something similar, Mitchell? Or
yeah, I'll just be going over the pre-made cards.
and then New World again. This is like a question bank. There's like 2,000 plus questions now in there. Basically, after I finish reading a section, since we did a section or a video on respiratory system, for example, I went through Miles Down guide on respiratory system. I went through the chapter on the respiratory system. I went through donkey cards on respiratory system. Then I'll go to UWorld. And then I'll filter, maybe do 5, 10 questions at a time. And I'll get to the questions. So UWorld gives you like a passage. You'll read the passage and it'll give you like 4 or 5 questions based on the passage. UWorld is supposed to be a lot harder than the MCAT, AMC content. So like you might be getting like low scores, but as long as you learn from your mistakes, you're doing good. If you just do the questions and you keep moving on without like taking notes or writing down like why you missed something, then that's what screws you. So you have to know like why you're missing something. Is it a content gap or is it something you misread or you just didn't like fully understand the passage? Was it a wording issue? Is it really narrow it down to what it is you're missing it and why? So that's how I'm using UWorld. So I do read, study the Anki, say the chapter, 2 questions, then I do UWorld. And then I repeat the process for the next chapter. So, Khan Academy. Basically, they have practice questions as well. It's free. Can't beat free. And it's actually good content. Um, if it's a topic I suck at, so like OChem, I'm gonna really suck at when I get to that topic. I'm gonna
Oh, that's horrible. I hate that.
watch all the videos. Yeah, Mitchell was complaining about before the video that he really sucks at OChem as well, so he's not looking forward to
Oh,
that either.
I haven't even taken biochem in my college, so I have to teach biochem myself. I have been teaching myself biochem.
Yeah, Connor Academy basically goes over every single topic in really good detail. A little bit too much detail sometimes, but more detail is better than not enough detail. So, yeah, they also have practice questions at end of each section. She goes with their website, so you can actually like make sure you're actually reviewing stuff and making sure you're understanding the content as well as you go through it. I only really do that on like topics I suck at, or I want more details that the Kaplan book didn't provide me, or in general. And then Miles Down. So this is a guy who made review sheets. He also made an Anki Deck. So the review sheets go over every single chapter in the Kaplan book. They're separated by chapters, like a one-page summary of the entire chapter. Like I'm going through the books, I'm looking at the guide. I'm also looking like making my own notes. I'm like, did he include anything? Did he miss something that should be included? 9 times out of 10, there's nothing I feel like I can add to it that would actually make it worth adding to it. Sometimes there's like one detail or two details I'm like, oh, that seems a little bit important, so I'll add that. And then his Anki deck also has all the information from the review sheets, so you can use that to learn the information, make it stick to long term. Again, Anki is a spaced repetition program that if you know something really well, you will see it later in the future. If you suck at something, you'll keep seeing it until you get good at it. Every single day, you'll see that same content until you get it into your head. And then the next day
You
comes and
make
you
it
forget
sound
it.
you make it sound so boring.
And I know when you're hitting spacebar for 2 hours straight, it gets a little boring.
Yeah, yeah, it really does.
But that's why when you do Anki, you should probably be doing like going to the gym, walking around. Because when you move, your brain works better instead of sitting at a desk all day and hitting spacebar. But yeah, also doing the Anki is better than just rereading everything. It is like actually testing you, like it's asking you a question, you're trying to answer it. So that's also better for
I
you.
have a friend. I have the friend that I told you. She bought this program and excited to know because she's only doing just notes and everything. So I'm interested to know how she does in the test because she's not gonna use Anki. She's not using UWorld. She's not using Khan Academy. I probably she's using Khan Academy. I don't know, but I'm 100% sure she's not using Anki or Miles Down or UWorld. So it's gonna be interesting. I'll let you guys know what happened
Yeah,
when I know more.
it'd be interesting to know. I mean, you can do well without Anki. A lot of people don't like flashcards, so they just stay away from them. Just when you're limited on time, you should be using the most effective method. So that's flashcards, spaced repetition. Feynman method's really good, but it takes a little bit of time. So, and then the steps I'm doing. So reviewing Anki reviews. That's first. So if you don't get your reviews done every day, it kind of sucks. So that needs to be your most important thing. That's how if you're using Anki but you're not following the algorithm, there's no point in using Anki. If you skip like 5 days of reviews, that's just gonna mess up your memory. So Anki reviews first. Go over a new section of Miles Down study sheets. So the immune system, for instance, I'll read over that. I'll go over that for a little bit. Filter the cards out for the new section. So I'll filter out the immune system flashcards and I'll study those. Make sure I know those really well. Those will come back in an hour after I review them. So an hour later, I'll see those cards again. If I know them, they'll go in for the next day. And then 3 days after that. And then I'll read the Kaplan summary sheet at the end. Well, those summary pages, the U world, and then repeat as needed. So, so far that's my plan. Anything you're gonna do differently?
Um, what I was doing is I wasn't doing. I think I got a little burned out because I wasn't doing like a different topic each day. I was doing like all of the topics. Um, so now I'm going to do just like one day bio, one day math, one day. I think I'm just gonna switch it up a little bit because it's a little annoying and tedious sometimes. So, I was not doing any study guides or study sheets, so I think I'm gonna add that and just review that, see how it goes.
Yeah. So I'm planning on July-ish maybe testing. So
We're testing at the same time, so we'll see how we're gonna we're gonna see how our different study techniques and methods worked for each of us.
yeah. So we'll keep you guys updated. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next video will probably be like the immune system and going through finishing up the biology will be the next couple of videos. So see you next time.